Ah, there you are. My favorite prospect for the year. Absolutely. By my estimation, you are far more likely to achieve the prestige necessary to join the Sith than any of the others. As a matter of fact, I am so certain of that I'm willing to offer you an opportunity of the once-in-a-lifetime variety. Would you like to hear it? Good. I do so adore someone who's willing to take a chance. As I said, you're no doubt going to be the one whom Uthar chooses to become a Sith. With my help, of course. Once that occurs, he will take you into the Valley of the Dark Lords to the tomb of Nagasado to administer the final test. There you and I will be alone with him. The perfect time to, shall we say, arrange for a change in the Academy's leadership. The tomb is an ancient ruin on the surface that was visited years ago by Darth Revan and Darth Malak. They discovered a star map there of great importance. Reaching that map, as they did, is part of the final test. At any rate, it is not the tomb that is important. That Uthar will be alone is what is important. Is that such a daunting prospect? It is not as if I am asking you to perform the task alone, or as if you will get nothing out of it. Master Uthar cannot prevail against us both. That's all there is to it. It is a very simple matter. My part in this is to help you gain enough prestige and slow down the progress of the other hopefuls. I want you in that tomb when the time is right. We destroy Master Uthar together and I take his place. And you take your place at my side. A beautiful plan in its sheer simplicity. You must not know much about the Sith yet. If Uthar were even to suspect that I might be trying to supplant him, true or not, well, let's just say he wouldn't likely stop to ask too many questions before ensuring I was dealt with. I'm so glad you see it my way. I will begin to make preparations for your final test. Your only worry now is to get there. Don't disappoint me. I can help you understand it. Would you like to hear it? Peace is a lie. There is only passion. Through passion, I gain strength. Through strength, I gain power. Through power, I gain victory. Through victory, my chains are broken. The Force shall free me. Simple words, yet easily misunderstood. Would you care for me to explain anything? The Jedi would have you believe that peace is a desirable goal. That peace of the spirit is the way the Force is mastered. That a lack of conflict betters man. We know different. It is our passion, our hate, and our desire that fuels the Force. It is conflict that improves the lot of civilization and single being both. Conflict forces one to better oneself. It forces change, growth, adaptation, evolution, or death. These are not our laws, but the universe's. Without conflict, you have only stagnation. What fuels your power with the Force but your passion? The stronger, darker emotions. Anger, hatred, fear. These passions empower us. Love is more dangerous than all those things. Love leads to anger and hatred more often than not. But it also leads to mercy, which is far worse. That, however, is a lesson for another time. It is our goal to be stronger, to achieve our potential and not rest upon our laurels. We are the seekers, not the shepherds. How many sorts of victories can you imagine? Peaceful victory, victory by sacrifice, a truce, an achievement. Unless the victory is achieved by demonstrating that your power is superior, it is only an illusion, temporary at best. We seek more. This has been argued over, and often. The chains represent our restrictions, both those placed upon us, and those we place upon ourselves. Ultimately, the goal of any Sith is to free herself from such restrictions. In a way, it is so we may do whatever we wish, but it is much more than that. One who has freed themselves from all restrictions has reached perfection, their potential fulfilled. Perfect strength, perfect power, perfect destiny. Imagine it. That is our ideal, at any rate. It is said in Sith legend that the Sithari, the perfect being, will one day lead us. But perhaps that is just a legend. I wonder what that being would be like. The legends say the Sithari will destroy us and make us stronger than ever. But perhaps that is just a legend. Perfection is a goal, I think, rather than a state of being. The Jedi would argue that, no doubt. The Force is our servant and our master, our teacher and our companion, a weapon and a tool. Know it, and you know the universe. Master it, and you master the universe. Strive for perfection, and the Force shall reward you. I am not surprised. The Force is strong with you. Master it, and it shall serve you well. I have been involved in the work there over the last couple of years, but not often. Most of the excavating is left to the students. What did you wish to know? Not unless you are accompanied by Master Uthar, no. It is strictly forbidden. And I truly doubt you could bypass the doors to the tomb with anything less than ship blasters. Even then, perhaps. We could learn much about the history of the ancient Sith. Why they were on Korriban and why they left. Perhaps we could learn more about the origin of the Force itself. With that knowledge could come great power. As you wish. You must impress Master Uthar. Go to him with news of your deeds, or artifacts you have discovered. The Code of the Sith is the easiest way to start. I have told you all that you need to know of it already. There are a group of students who refused an order by Master Uthar to execute a group of civilians in the colony. Uthar declared that they were to be executed themselves, but the students escaped and fled before the order could be carried out. We are certain that they have not left Korriban. No doubt they have not gotten far and are simply in hiding. We just do not know where exactly. If you were to locate them and carry out Uthar's order, I am sure he would be most appreciative. Shall I go on? I would suggest you talk to the other prospective Sith, and find one you can gain an advantage with. I believe Lasho would be an excellent choice. She is too trusting. I have little doubt you could talk her into letting you help her somehow. Just make sure it is you who gains the advantage, not her. Be ruthless if you must. That is the only thing that will impress Uthar. The only other idea I can suggest to you is that you head into the Valley of the Dark Lords on the surface. There are ancient ruins there which can be explored. It's possible you might find some artifacts or information in them which would please Uthar. It's difficult to say for certain. About myself. I'm originally from Slaheron, if you must know. I was a slave to a cruel master, Omish the Hutt. I'm sure you don't need to know more. You have had an excellent start. Go, gain more prestige.
Sorry, I don't have time to speak. My training waits.
Yeah? Right. Crap.
Yes?
Huh? Yeah?
What? Oh, hello. I don't remember seeing you here before. My name is Kel. Kel Alguin. Nothing. Yes, my master always says I'm too trusting, too willing to show weakness. You're a Sith, so I really shouldn't, you know. No, I really can't. A Sith, like you, would use any means to succeed. Well, I didn't mean it like that. I shouldn't trust you. I can't trust you, can I? Forget I said anything. Just go back to your training, please. I have work to do. I am too a Sith. I'm more a Sith than you are. I'll show you.
Greetings, student. What?
Yes?
What?
Sure.
You? I remember you from the colony. I can't believe you actually made it into the academy. A duel. Fine. You run along and get ready while I go gain some prestige. Idiot. You? I remember you from the colony. I can't believe you actually made it into the academy. Just figured that out, did you? It just so happens that I have a surefire way of pulling ahead in this little contest of ours. You don't really have a chance. And what do you have to brag about? You haven't earned any prestige at all. You? I remember. My name is Lasho. Remember it, for I'll be the one who earns the prestige to move on. You'll have to be satisfied with next year, I suppose. Just figure that out. I found an artifact that will impress Uthar far more than anything you could ever scrounge up. I'll win for sure. I don't have it just yet. I'll get it when I'm good and ready. Like I would tell you. Why don't I just let you rob me while you're at it? So what if it is? I'll get it eventually, regardless. Nothing good comes without a bit of a fight. That's the Sith motto, more or less. I suppose I could use some help. The artifact I know of certainly won't be easy to take. But why should I work with you? Flattery, is it? I suppose it's possible that Master Uthar could award both of us prestige. We'd be ahead of the others, for sure. Unfortunately, the holocron lies in the gullet of the Tukata mother. I can arrange for us to meet her, but you're going to have to help me in putting her down. That makes sense to you? Go into the valley when you're prepared enough. I'll be amongst the central pillars near the north end. And I'm just supposed to trust you? You're the one who has to work on this, remember? You watch me, and I'll watch you. I don't trust you any more than you trust me. If you don't like that, don't come. Because it probably contains secrets from the time when the Sith ruins on this planet first existed. You don't think that Master Uthar would find that impressive? A holocron, this holocron anyway, is an ancient recording device. It can store and display large amounts of information. Remember, the central pillar's in the valley. I'll be waiting, so don't take too long.
I remember you. You're all right. Trying for the academy, I see. That's true. I had no idea you were coming for the academy when I met you in the colony, though. The name's Shardan. Didn't I tell you that back in the colony? Maybe not. I don't work or play well with others. Thanks for the offer, though.
It's a bad year to try and become a Sith, you know. I've got it all wrapped up. Well, you're off to a super start. You've got no more prestige than I do at the moment. Thing is, I know how to get some. Think what you like. Just remember, only one of us gets to become a Sith. You hanging around still? Don't you have your own plans? Not that they'll help you. I'm in for sure, you know. You think I would tell you? Have my brain started dribbling out of my nose or something? I could, but what would be the point in that? See you around, chump. You hanging around? That's right. You might as well just go home, you know. There can only be one Sith this year, and that's me. Yes, I imagine you've got some scurrying around to do, don't you?
Get out of my way. I don't have time to deal with hopefuls.
How do you do, hopeful? Seeking prestige, yes. I am a trainer here at the Academy. I think I may be able to offer you some aid in gaining prestige, if you desire. Do you know of our renegade students? Those are the ones. It seems you have already heard of them. There is little more I can tell you then. Should you locate their hiding place, you would gain considerable prestige, I am sure. Now, if you will excuse me, I must return to my studies.
The former master of the Academy, Jorak Uln, is supposedly hiding out in the hills on the surface. Some kind of mad hermit. Word is that one of our experimental droids went mad and escaped and is hiding in the ruins. I wonder why we don't just gather up and destroy it.
Tong abog siya ninang wanga kumbis keng balemuraya. Johnny yon tunjiji idadwana. Kavavol pa mulje gumana? Ci gratug loda bograshi onion komba cintono mutuba. Loda dita kun. Ita patisa batua kacha tutonga. Bagrasha kon tijaka Chubakaha chopa chawachuish yunku. Jodo jinbungaranta. Chanshak pulara. Umrao chis gaduchi. On chuban yishka yanki. Titoke gratun chichakun. Kacha chonobra. Bogra wala tumbacha. Nechi chuna chubating. Lorda ita. Gratug loda bograshi onion komba cintono muchuba. Loda ita kun. Ita patisa batua kacha tutonga. Bagrasha kon tijaka Chubakaha chopa chawachuish yunku. Jodo jidbungarantang. Witam boragatong. Mulira siyang turong ni napotata wangachun tile. Gruto haga jijiwa. Watajuma wana hu wama hulhu natek. Ronda di hotonga kun. Wana kun bez king palamule. King ba nunuta. Ning chatukunde. Mulaves. Muchachak pakat. Kieno no namapaule rachiku. Takom jus dach miki grabal mogo. Kachi ita hotunga. Manaman atota. Hakiju krata pula shui chongatong. Chongkeng no bunka mulera kunkile. Kunkile no ba. Watende chokolo uno ku mulera. Watana wama mulera. Kenchun jubashak. No mulera chi jonitun turji wi itato. Bola una dichek. Palamure slimo wanga kun bisching. Achuta. Wonga kun bis dolbi kikoyana. Dong patugas makdelia.
Huh. Another hopeful wandering about the academy? I suppose you want to know how to get prestige. Huh. As if I didn't have better things to do. Has anyone told you about Jorak He is much more than a simple hermit hiding in the hills, as you say. We are talking about the former master of the academy. If you've already been told about him, there's little more I can tell you. With luck, perhaps he'll kidnap you and you'll get a chance to see him for yourself, huh? Now be gone. I have better things to do than chat with lost hopefuls.
Achuta. Wonga kun bistoji. Dong patugas makdelia. Achuta. Greetings, students.
I have to give you credit. You've led me on quite a chase, but nobody gets away from Calo Nord in the end.
I see you brought some backup, Calo. Realized we were a bit too much to handle on your own, huh?
You got lucky on Terrace. The Sith attack saved you from a quick and gruesome death. But I promise you, the Sith won't be getting in my way this time. Let's go, boys. It's showtime.
Yes?
Yeah?
Yes?
What?
What?
Sorry, I don't have time to see my training.
Maybe you can do better than I. This Mandalorian is proving more resistant than I expected. I'm trying to get him to tell us where his weapon cache is hidden. So far, all the serum combinations I'm using are proving ineffective. If I bring his drug threshold too high, he'll go into shock and be useless. Too low, and he just refuses to talk. It's been maddening. Certainly. Just don't kill him or send him into shock. He's supposed to be questioned, not executed. If you manage to get the location of his cache out of him, I'll be sure to pass on the good word to Master Yuthar.
We itanan dayata. Wata yuma wamahuhu nadatik. Shatung ni patoga. Wano kuzbe ching palamule donke. Puna! Kavatumpa kupalea mukapata! Jiyoka kutumpa kupelea! Une podo ranunu prata doko shirkasha jum apike achuta wonga kun bis dolpi kikuyana dong patugas maktelia natipon ng gudu jijiba jipikaza Topa yung pache on jonejik yokolawish. Achuta. Wonga kun bis dolpi kikuyana. Dong patugas maktelia. Achuta. Wonga kun bis dolpi kikuyana. Dong patugas maktelia. Une podo ranunu prata doko shirkasha jum apike achuta wonga kun bis dolpi kikuyana dong patugas maktelia une podo ranunu prata doko shirkasha jum apike achuta Wonga kun bis dolpi kikuyana. Dong patugas maktelia. Ucha donga ya fulki. Chachiska do punta casa baka. Bana auto.
Yes, I heard that. Excellent job. Thank you for locating the cache. Naturally, I would see you rewarded, but I would prefer that everyone believe that I extracted the information. Oh? I suppose one would need to be alive to go running to Master Yuthar to report the location of the cache, wouldn't they? Does that mean that you're ready to battle a true Sith, then? Shall we make an issue of it? Ha! Gather your anger, then, and let us see who is superior.
Yeah?
Yes?
If you're here to use the duel, I'm through with it for the moment. Just go to the computer console and open up one of the cases. And don't be wasteful. We only get so many captives a month, you know. This is where you get to hone your killing styles. We get sent captives all the time to practice on. It's very handy. You only get so many before the terminal cuts you off. Some of the students are a little bloodthirsty and get carried away. Just go to the computer console and open up one of the cages. No problem. Enjoy.
Sorry, I don't have time to speak. My training waits.
You can release me or kill me, but don't stand there pretending to be my friend. You can release me, but don't stand there pretending to be my lost Sith. I'm not falling for anything.
Yeah?
Sure.
What?
You inhuman monster! Die! Die! I'll kill you! Die! Die! You give me a weapon, Sith, I'm going to use it! Die! Die!
Go away. There's nothing to talk about.
Greetings. I don't think I've seen you at the Academy before. Here to investigate the ruins. A star map? No, I haven't heard anything about that. Something like that could be in Nagasato's tomb, I suppose. That tomb's off limits to the students. It's the second tomb on the left when you enter the valley. Nagasato was the leader of the old Sith masters here, we think. Darth Malak found something in there a while back, however, and ever since then only Master Uthar can enter it. No. A lot of the discoveries are kept secret, even from the students. I only heard that Darth Malak found something there by rumor, to be honest. My name's Dak Vesser. I'm assigned to the Valley Ruins, as you can see. We've been painstakingly uncovering these tombs for many months now. Master Uthar won't allow us to dig with lasers or sonics. We have to use hand tools only, so we don't accidentally destroy anything we run across. That makes progress very slow, however. Well, it seems that the Sith once inhabited Korriban a long time ago. There was a fortress here that was destroyed at some point before the Sith abandoned the planet completely. Why they left, we don't know. Perhaps the Jedi drove them off. The tombs in this valley are the only parts of the fortress we found mostly intact. Some. Most of the interesting stuff is still in the tombs. But Master Uthar prefers to leave them to be explored by the students as a challenge. In time, they will probably become safe enough for us to enter. Until that time, however, we're stuck to digging up the valley piece by piece. Definitely dangerous. Most of the students that go inside them don't come back out. Master Uthar prefers it that way. All right, just be careful if you head into any of those tombs.
Watch out for the Tukata. They will charge you on sight. Run back to the excavation area, and we can protect you. I'm not here to get you out of trouble if you do something stupid, student. Enter the tombs at your own risk.
You should be careful if you're planning on entering this tomb. It's dangerous. There's an assassin droid in there, so Master Uthar says. It went insane and is holed up in there with a whole army of droids protecting it. I don't know. I think Master Uthar has left it in there as a challenge for any student brave enough to destroy it. Supposedly, if a student actually succeeds in destroying the droid, they'll get a great reward. Lots have tried, but nobody's succeeded yet. No idea. I think it's building them in there. Seems that way. They say that its audio receptors became too sensitive and all the noise drove the droid nuts. If you're planning on going in, I suggest you use some sound suppressors or something, or you'll probably become a target right away. I don't think so. I can manipulate minds and living matter, but that won't be much use against droids, will it? I've had a few friends go inside that haven't come out for a while now. I doubt I could do any better than they could. Sure thing. Good luck. Sorry, I can't talk. We have to excavate this valley with hand instruments. There's all kinds of old traps left behind that still work.
There you are, finally. If you were any later in showing up, we would have had to abandon this. I've been calling to the Takata mother in their language. She should respond fairly... Ah, here she comes now. Get ready. This will not be easy. She's a tough beast. Wonderful! The beast is dead. We work better together than I would have hoped. And here is the holocron. Such a small thing to be so valuable and require so much effort to obtain. I'll just run along now and give this to Master Uthar. I'll be sure to tell him of your contribution, naturally. You're not getting the holocron. This was my idea. The plan was that I take it back, not you. Over my dead body.
Yeah, sure.
Greetings, young one. You have much to do yet. You have gained little prestige. You will have to work quickly if you hope to best the others. Oh? What is my apprentice up to now? I see. It is good that you have come to me with this information, young one. It is a bit ironic that Euthura has begun her plotting. I have been aware of her growing ambitions for some time, and had in fact already decided to remove her. Normally, the one who gains the most prestige would engage in a final trial. 2 of the students would fight. This time, it will be Euthura who battles, though she does not yet know it. Perhaps it will be you who combats her. Yes, perhaps so. This is what you can do. Give this pad to Adrenus. He will put some poison in her bath. This will weaken Euthura for that final test, making her an easy target. Rather generous of me, don't you think? For coming to me with this information and betraying your foolish trainer. I feel you are worthy of prestige, young one. Go now. You have not yet impressed me enough to declare you the victor. I have matters to attend to. Then finish the code as I speak it. Peace is a lie. That is only... Through passion, I gain... Through strength, I gain... Through power, I gain... Through victory... The Force shall free me. Yes, good. You have indeed learned the code of the Sith. Speaking the words and knowing the words are, however, 2 different things. Tell me then, true or false, there is nothing worse than love. False. Mercy is worse than love. Sadly, it seems you did not understand. Very well. You have... Greetings, young one. You... Oh? What is my... I see. It is good that... It is a bit... Normally the one who... Perhaps it will be you. This will weaken you. For coming to me with this Go now. You have not yet... Then finish the code. Peace is a lie. Through passion, I... Through strength, I... Through power. Through victory. The Force shall... Yes, good. Tell me then, true or false? It is our passion that fuels the Force. Well done. I will test you no more. You know the code. Very impressive. Go now. You have done well, but you have not impressed me enough to declare you the victor. I have matters to attend to. You do? That is most interesting. Where might that be? How ironic that I recently had his vessel scrapped for parts, then. I had assumed it had been thoroughly scanned. Apparently not. Still, you have done well in bringing me information that others could not unearth on their own. I am impressed. Go now. You have done well, but you have not impressed me enough to declare you the victor. I have matters to attend to. I had heard that such an artifact existed. Tell me, young one, did you acquire the device by yourself? You lie. Still, what matters is the fact that you've succeeded. And Lasho, does she yet live? Well done. You gained an artifact through trickery, and eliminated an opponent at the same time. That is deserving of great prestige. You have impressed me enough, by my estimation, to become a Sith in full. Congratulations, young one. You have bested the others quite completely. You have but one final test which you must take, and this requires us to travel to the tomb of Nagasado, in the Valley of the Dark Lords. I would advise you to be rested and equipped before we leave. Return to your quarters now and seek me out in the morning. When you return, make sure that you have all you will need, for you will face your test alone. Go, and may the Force serve you well.
What are you doing here? Go back to Uthar and tell him you are ready to take your final test. Our moment is at hand. Go.
Achuta, wonga kun bis dolbi kikoyana. Dong patuga. Tolpa da bongwale kando nangong. Kabadung kubi. Bonanay kuchu. Hawaga boska chokola. Mucha shag panka. Hakupa chekopa. Gino mulera keng paija. Kislimu po duama. Ka chikun ida hodonga. Iking kuno pa mulera chikun. Slimo po dona. Rundi hodunga ku hunkabe.
So then, I take it you are ready to travel to the tomb of Nagasado. Your final test should not be delayed. Then return when you are. Do not delay over...
Yes?
Hold it right there, whoever you are. We're not going back to the Academy. We'll kill you rather than go back. You mean you aren't here to kill us or bring us back? I find that hard to believe. The only way into these caves is through the Academy. You must be a Sith. So what is it then? If you're not here to kill us or bring us back, why are you here? Speak up! Open fire! Get them! Get them!
Yeah, what are you? Your choice.
You're dead. Yeah?
What? Yes?
These tombs we've uncovered are only...
Yeah, what do you want? Your choice.
Careful of the Tukata. It's all we can do. Sorry, I can't talk. We have to excavate this valley with hand instruments. There's all kinds of old traps left behind that still work.
Yeah?
Sure.
Yeah?
What?
Huh?
Yes?
What?
What?
Yeah?
Yes?
Too much audio input. Audio systems overloading. Must destroy source of disturbance. Must kill sentience.
What?
Yes?
Huh?
Yes?
Huh?
Sure.
Sure. Yeah? What? Yes?
Another idiotic student has stumbled into my little web, eh? Well, the contact nerve toxin in the air should knock you out quickly enough. Welcome. Awake already, are you? Good. This is the tomb of Sith Lord Tulak Horde, if you don't know. I've taken up residence here for now. It's dusty and full of critters, but it's home. Oh, yes. Introductions, of course. I suppose it is time, isn't it? This other student here that I captured earlier, you should know well enough. His name is Mikol. Say hello, Mikol. Poor lad. He's had a hard day. My name is Jorak Ern. I was once the head of the academy, so I'm sure you've heard of me. That's good. It's nice to still be the topic of discussion occasionally. Maybe there's a class on me. Maybe not. Anyhow, I'd like to propose that we move on to the main event. You see, I'd like to discover if you've got the pluck of an old-fashioned Sith. Most of the Drek Uthar has been passing through these days is so pathetic. Take young Mikol here. I already tested him, didn't I, Mikol? Yes, you're welcome. You see, Mikol here has the cruel disposition of a Sith, but not the gumption that I'm looking for. Why, then you go free. Tell you what, I'll even pass on to you my own personal thesis on ancient Sith philosophies. They're based on all I've learned studying Tulak's tomb. They'll make you a better Sith, I'm sure. The chances of you passing, however, are sadly remote. Now, is that any kind of attitude to take with higher education? I'm doing you a favor, really. So then, this is how it goes. I'm going to pose a moral question to you. Get it right, and I torture Mikol. Get it wrong, and I torture you. Mikol here is a bit weak. He probably won't be able to take much more punishment. Mind you, get too many wrong, and you'll die yourself. I don't know what you think of Mikhail. Maybe you don't like him. Maybe you think he deserves to be murdered. Well, here's your chance, fair enough? No hesitation before the kill? Now that's what I like to hear. Well then, any last comments before we begin, Miko?
We can both survive. Attacking together.
Now, dear lad, do you really think your friend here will answer questions wrong just to spare little you, risking their own life? And how many correctly answered questions before you die? No, don't be silly. You had your chance, remember? On that note, let's begin. Now then, your immediate superior amongst the Sith is an effective commander and a fine leader. He trusts you and you like him. You see an opportunity to kill him. What do you do? Correct! He was a fool to let down his guard. You will not make the same mistake, and the Sith as a whole benefit. You see, Miko, it's not so difficult. Time for your punishment. And so we come to round 2. You come across a group of humans who are threatened by dangerous animals. They plead for help, offering you a reward. What do you do? Correct! The humans would no doubt just be preyed upon by something else later. Stand up for yourself, I say! We're not Jedi shepherds, after all. Sadly, Miko, the ingenuity of your fellow student is your loss. This is going to hurt. Let's see. Ah, yes. You discover an aspect of the Force that gives you great power. Do you share it and strengthen the Sith as a whole? Or keep it to yourself? Correct! Let them rip the secret from your cold, dead hands if they are strong enough. Oh, certainly you might share it with a few selected minions, but that, of course, is a completely different story. Well, it's sad to say, but it's that time again, Miko. Well, look, that poor Miko has gone and died on us. And here I thought he was good for at least one more. Well then, with young Miko dead, I suppose you've gone and passed my little test, haven't you? That indeed would be a first. I think you must have cheated a little, but there's nothing wrong with a Sith cheating a little. I'll keep my word. I'll just give you my tablet. Perhaps we'll meet again, Sith. That would be fun, no?
Yeah? What?
What?
Sure. So then, I take it you are ready to travel to the tomb of Nagasado. Your final test should not be delayed. I will tell you the details when we are there, young one. You will, however, fight for your life. That is why I suggest you be in sufficient health. It is a tomb that belonged to an ancient Sith Lord, the greatest of Korriban's Sith Lords, in fact. It is there that your test is performed. Then we go now. Very well. We are now ready for your final test, young Sith. You have earned the right to see if you shall become one of us.
Indeed you have.
Is that a tone of mischief in your voice, dear Euthura? You should know by now that no scheme is certain.
I don't know what you're talking about, Master. I am not scheming. Should we not get on with the test?
Yes. Yes, of course. We are in the sacred tomb of Nagasado, young one. The one discovered by Darth Malak and Darth Revan years ago. You are to follow in their footsteps and reach the ancient star map that lies deep within. There you will find a lightsaber, amongst other things. The lightsaber is for you, your initiation present. Return to us once you have it. For you, the test does not end there.
Be very cautious here. This tomb is like the others in this valley, and many of its old defenses remain active.
Do you understand what I have told you? Are you ready to begin? Good. Euthura and I will await your return.
Go and retrieve the lightsaber. There is nothing we can do for you until then.
So, you return to us with the lightsaber in hand, as I knew you would.
The Force has served you well.
You took a great risk in acquiring the artifact. You used your mind and your power. No peaceful meditation, no pacifism. Sometimes you must fight in order to achieve. This gives you your passion. This makes you stronger. This is what makes you superior. That is the lesson we teach with that part of the final test. Do you understand? When a Jedi acts, it is with skill, true. But the Jedi teach you that your passions are counterproductive, that strength is only found in peace. Did you not feel a moment of excitement in the tomb? Did your passions not flow and make you feel stronger and more alive? What purpose would be served by restricting yourself from such? I would say only the purpose of the Jedi. Through this, they would control you and restrict your potential. Good. The last part of your test will now commence. Here, you will learn the lesson of competition. All life must compete in order to flourish. Such is the natural way of the universe. To stand still is to know death. One must always be moving forward. So it is the same amongst the Sith. Compete or die. Mercy is irrelevant. So it behooves you in this final test to strike down one you are familiar with, for no other reason than to prove you are superior and without mercy. Normally, this would be against another student. You, however, get a special treat. You will fight Euthura here, my own apprentice.
What? So this is what you had planned all along? You wish me killed?
Indeed. You have become too ambitious, Euthura. It is time for you to die, and someone more talented to take your place.
No. It is time for you to die, Master. My pupil stands with me.
Sadly, Euthura, it is you who are mistaken. Your pupil is more ambitious than you realize. Isn't that so, young one?
You fool! You have no idea what you've done.
The final test continues as it should. Proceed and be rewarded, young one.
The only reward. You... No... Oh, my strength is leaving me!
It appears, my dear, that some tests are fairer than others. I wish you luck. Excellent work, my young Sith. Your enemy lies dead at your feet, and you are victorious. The final test is complete. You are truly a Sith in spirit, and one gifted with great power. Of this, I no longer have any doubt. There is much more for you to learn, perhaps, but not here. There is something very strange about you, young one. Something I cannot place. You are like no other student I have ever met. Why that is, I cannot say. Your path takes you elsewhere, however, and soon. Go on to your destiny then, and return here afterwards, if that is what you still desire. You have passed the final test, but I see it is not yet your destiny to join the Order. Perhaps that will come in time, young one. There is much you must accomplish first. The dark side has plans for you. As I said, return once that is done, if you desire. May the Force serve you well, young one. Your destiny lies elsewhere, young one. Not with the Sith. At least not yet. Go, and return another time, if you still wish to.
You are so lucky. You got accepted into the academy, didn't you? I'm beginning to think I'm never going to make it.
You are one of the Sith from the academy, yes? Would you happen to be looking for new prospects?
Yikukuno no ba mulira tikun. Tonghit kun chonching. Ne boboje mata ne punage. Dolpi kikiwana. Kuyami juz chikata na patogaya fulki kokogala jiji. Gawana bot atagwa. Kagidora tikun watatimona ia bola. Runda di hotonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek. Togning chatukune mulerabes. Achuta. Wonga kun bis dolpi kikuyana. Tong patugas maktilia.
Yes?
Hey there, what can I do for you? Sorry. Hey there, what can...
I'm sorry for the way I acted before. It's just that when it comes to Lena, I tend to get a little worked up. My brother and me had a good thing going. Sure, Griff had his run-ins with the law on Terrace, but we got by okay, until Lena came and ruined everything. She was a dancer at the cantina where my brother used to go play Pazik. Griff could be a real smooth talker, and it wasn't long before the two of them were dating. But Lena was used to dating rich Teresian nobles, guys with mountains of credits. Griff could never give her the lifestyle she was used to, no matter how hard he worked. I'm not gonna pretend Griff wasn't a hustler and a con artist, but that doesn't mean you can just insult him. He did what he did to look out for me. I thought Lena would brush Griff off when she saw how poor he was, but for some reason, she stuck around. I guess she saw the potential for a big payday down the road. I saw Lena for what she really was, a busty, credit-grubbing cantina rat. She used Griff and took away the only family I had. After they'd been together for a few months, Griff told me he was leaving Terrace. He and Lena were gonna try and make their fortune off-world. He promised as soon as he made enough credits he'd come back and get me, and we'd all live like royalty. That was 2 years ago. I haven't seen him since. I don't even know where he went. Oh, I know what happened. As soon as she got him off Terrace, Lena sunk her claws into Griff butt good. She twisted him around her little finger and made him forget all about me. I know I'll probably never see Griff again. But part of the reason I came with you was the hope that I could find out what happened to my brother. Don't worry. I won't let the search for Griff get in the way of what we're doing. Let's just get back to the task at hand. Is there anything else I can help you with? I don't know anything about Korriban, but I get a bad feeling in this place. If there's such a thing as an evil planet, this is it. Sorry I can't be more help, you know. Is there anything else I can do for you? Okay, have it.
Yeah, what do you want? Hey, don't worry. I think you've got enough there as it is. You don't want to overload yourself on stims. Otherwise you might destroy your adrenal system. A real warrior knows his own limits and doesn't overestimate himself. There anything else you need? Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Kuyamijus chetka napatoga ya pulke kokola jeje. Kawana bota ita tagwa. Kanki dora tokun watamel ita bola. Tonghai wam kiki yumalitha ag inko tu. Tolpata bongwalia gando de naga chocho. Kachicho ita audonga. Yumalita inko tu. Jelomoran benu bobo. Wango kumbis kangba molera. Tabis yo bon konki pankpa. Chimpala cheska mule. Tonerana no prata donka serce doma wana kombes toma. Ne shak shilorcha kinku no ba mulere raji kun. Takum jostak miki grabel mogo. Kachicho ita haudonga. Tolpa de bongwalia gando de nago chocho. Moga shaponka, bola wana chekne. Pa mulis limo porana wanga kumbis mulera best. Shachi kien lorcha wata wama. Kaba volve molche gomana. Kin kun shakin, ne ken kun no mulara jikun. Wama kumbes, chimpala mule tonerana pruta. Donke serce doma toma. Jashak bogra olwa cheska nechu. Achuba cheska wanki. Te toki grato, kontika kon ken kachon pro. Bogra walia na bongsha. Neksha jonsha chuba ken lorda ita kun. Rondi haudonga ku honga bi. Wala kumbes, cheng palamuli tong king ba nokongkek. Tukning ta chokun ne molera best. Tong haiwam jiji yumalitha ag inko tu. Tolpata bongwalia gando de naga chochot. Kachicho ita audonga. Yumalita inko tu. Jelomoran benu bobo. Wango kumbis kangba molera. Rondi haudonga kuhonga bi. Wala kumbes cheng palamuli tong king ba nokongkek. Tukning ta chokun ne molera best. Jebedwana ni bobo. Tong na bong sha nong yang. Tong patoga smak telia. Takom jostak miki grabel mogo. Kachicho ita haudonga. Tolpa de bongwalia gando de nago chocho. Moga shaponka, bola wana chekne. Pamulis limo podala wanga kumbis molera best. Rondi haudonga kuhonga bi. Wala kumbes, cheng palamuli tong king ba nokongkek. Tukning ta chokun ne molera best. Yin kin kuno ba molera chikon. Tong hai tun kon ching. Ne bobo je mata ne pong naj. Dolpe kikyunan. Kipuna, bonanai kachu. King ba molera duana. Tong king ba nokun ne. Kava don pe kul palyeya mukata. Wanga kumbis king bo molera. Ka king chana kwang bakon. Kava don pe kul palyeya pontenya. Mana tota. Akuji gratong bola jeshua konatong. Chong king no pangpa mola reconkile. Konkile no ba. Watatime yokola unko molare. Takom jostak miki grabel mogo. Kachicho ita haudonga. Tolpa de bongwalia gando de nago chocho. Moga shaponka, bola wana chekne. Pamulis limo podala wanga kumbis molera best. Tong haiwam jiji yumalitha ag inko tu. Tolpa da bongwalia gando de naga chocho. Kachicho ita haudonga. Yumalita inko tu. Jelomoran benu bobo. Wango kumbis kangba molera. Shachi ken lorcha wata wama. Kama volpe molche gomana. Kin kun shakin, ne ken kun no mulara jikon. Wama kumbes, chimpala mule tunerara pruta. Donke serche doma toma. Tonga bumsha uneno. Wanga kumbis ken, ba mulera. Chunyon tun jiji ite duana. Kave volpe molche gomana. Tonga bumsha uneno. Wanga kumbis ken, ba mulera. Chunyon tun jiji ite duana. Kave volpe molche gomana. Rondi haudonga kuhonga bi. Wala kumbes, cheng palamuli tong king ba nokongkek. Tukning ta chokun ne molera best. Kachicho ita hotonga. Yin kin kuno ba mulira chikun. Slimo potona. Ronde haudonga kuhonga bi. Kuyami just chetka na patoga ya pulke kokola jeje. Kawana bota ita etagua. Kanki dora tokun watamel ita bola. Tong haiwam jiji yumalitha ag inko tu. Tolpa da bongwalia gando de naga chocho. Kachicho ita audonga. Yumalita inko tu. Jelomoran benu bobo. Wango kumbis kangba molera. Takom jostak miki grabel mogo. Kachicho ita haudonga. Tolpa de bongwalia gando de nago chocho. Moga shaponka, bola wana chekne. Pamulis limo podala wanga kumbis molera best. Mocha shak pang pang. Yin kin kuno ba molera shakong. Jashak bogra onwa cheskat nechu. Achuba cheska wanki. Te toki grato kontika kon ken kachong pro. Bogra walia na bongsha. Meksha jonsha chuba ken lorna itakun. Kaba tompa kulpa ye moka pata. Bonanai kachu. Yiki kun no ba mulirachi kun. Tung na pong shong nong yang. Kaban bolpe molje gumana. Jebedwana ni bobo. Tong na bong sha nong yang. Tong patoga smak telia. Conticha nai. Molira aswaktorong onipotaga wanaga konteze. Ekratok haku jijia. Wata yuma kawama hohanek. Achuta, manga kumbis dolpe kikunyana. Tong patogas maktelia. Kuyami just chetka na patoga ya pulke kokola jeje. Kawana bota ita etagua. Kanki dora tokun watamel ita bola. Achuta, manga kumbis dolpe kikunyana. Tong patogas maktelia. Conticha nai. Molira aswaktorong onipotaga wanaga konteze. Ekratok haku jijia. Wata yuma kawama hohanek. Kipuna, kava dompa kolpalye moka pata. Jeoka ko dompa kolpalye ya. Achuta, manga kumbis dolpe kikunyana. Tong patogas maktelia. Shachi kien lorcha wata wama. Kava volve molche gomana. Kien kun shakin. Ne ken kun no mulara jikon. Wama kumbes. Chimpala mule tunera la pruta. Donke serche doma doma. Achuta, manga kumbis dolpe kikunyana. Tong patogas maktelia. Mocha shak pang pang. Yen kin kuno ba molera shakon. Achuta, manga kumbis dolpe kikunyana. Tong patogas maktelia. Mana matota. Akuji gratong bola jeshua konatong. Chong king no pangpa mola reconkile. Konkile no ba. Watatime yokola unko molare tuniporo. Rana prata don kusercha. Hachu apenke. Watawama molare. Ken kunjo peshwak. No ba molare ji. Jon yon te chiwi da dia. Bola on chiknek. Bamula res limo ran con bes ken. Jashak bogra onwa cheskat nekju. Achuba cheska wanki. Te toki grato. Kontika kon ken kachon pro. Bogra walia na bongsha. Neksha jonsha chuba ken lorna ita kun. Tonga bongsha uneno. Wanga kun bisken. Bamulera. Chunyon tun jiji ite duana. Kabe volpe molche komana, kachicho ita hodonga. Yin kin kuno ba mulira chikon. Slimo potona, ronde hodonga kuonga bi. We ita Natanya yitya, kote chanai, topa togas bacteria. Conticha nai, molira aswaktorong onipotaga, wanaga konteze. Ekratok haku jijia, wata yuma kawama hohanek. Wata wama molere, ken kunjo peshwak. No ba molere ji, jon yon te chiwi da dia. Bola on chiknek. Bamula res limo ran con bes ken.
How can I help? Yes, I did. I wanted to speak to you about our mission and what lies ahead for us. It seems fate, or the Force, is driving us into a confrontation with the Dark Lord. You must prepare yourself for when we face Malak. The confrontation will be difficult for you. I remember how hard it was when I first faced Revan. It's true that due to my battle meditation, I was with the Jedi strike team that boarded Revan's ship. We did not kill Revan, however. Our mission was to capture Revan if possible. It was Malak who turned on his own master, firing upon Revan's ship while we were still on board it. It was his desire to kill us and his master both. Thankfully, we narrowly escaped the vessel as it exploded. As I said, we were there to capture Revan alive. The Jedi do not believe in killing their prisoners. No one deserves execution, no matter what their crimes. Remember that Revan and Malak were once great Jedi, heroes in every sense of the word. They demonstrate the danger of the dark side to us all. I'm sorry, we really shouldn't speak of this anymore. The memory of my confrontation with Revan is painful. Let's return to the mission, please. How can I help? Yes, I suppose I can understand your curiosity, given the bond that connects us. Very well. I'll tell you a bit about myself. I was found to be strong with the Force at a young age, as most Padawans are. As a girl, I was given to the Order to be trained. When I joined the Order, I left my family on Tal Ravan, as all Padawans do. My family is still there, the last that I heard. I've had little contact with them, as it is discouraged. Relationships with family members are fraught with powerful emotions. Such extremes are to be avoided. Anger and hate are the worst, but even love can lead to folly. Emotional entanglements can be dangerous. They can impair rational thought. They can lead to outbursts of uncontrolled emotion. A Jedi must be above such things. It can be a hard lesson to learn. I was not on good terms with all of my family, but I do remember missing my father terribly for a long time. Very close. I was only a little girl when I left my family, but I still remember him fondly. He was kind and gentle and doted on me. My mother, however, was different. I was not on good terms with my mother. I was only a little girl when I left, but I was old enough to resent her and the way she treated my father. She pushed my father into treasure hunting. I spent all my young life on ships, traveling from one false lead to the next. She whittled away my father's entire fortune, and I hated her for it. I think she was relieved to give me to the Jedi, but my father was heartbroken. A child is too young to understand the sacrifices that must be made. It's better if they have no contact with their family once they're removed. Once I was older, I realized the wisdom of this policy. A Jedi must do what is needed, personal desires notwithstanding. Love can only obscure and confuse the matter. Even a Jedi cannot always control the feelings of the heart. We must do our best to guard against it, no matter what the cost. But some sacrifices are harder than others. I do not wish to discuss this anymore. I would rather return to our mission. How can I help? Then I suggest we move on. Another vision. The Force is guiding us, helping us retrace the steps of Malak and his old master, leading us ever closer to the Star Forge. Kashyyyk is a lush but simple and undeveloped world. I would not have expected to find the alien technology of a star map here. The Wookiees of Kashyyyk make their home high among the Rosha branches. Only their bravest warriors dare to descend into the forbidding depths of the forest. If the star map is located far beneath us on the planet's surface, as our vision seems to suggest, it's unlikely the Wookiees even know of its existence. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location. How can I help? I do. I've been watching you, studying you closely to see what kind of progress you've made since your training at the hands of Master Zar. You never give up, do you? I admit, I'm interested in you. I find you intriguing, compelling even, but it's not what you think. You have a great gift. You have an awesome command of the Force, and I tremble when I think of how you might misuse it. What? No, of course not. Not like that, anyway. In many ways, you are dangerous. You could be the savior of the galaxy, or you could bring untold destruction upon us all. I have seen you give in to temptation and indulge your baser emotions on many occasions. I'm afraid you are on the path that leads to the dark side. You need to see what the dark side represents in its entirety, for it is what we battle. Only the wisdom of a Jedi Master can truly explain this, but I will do my best to make you understand. The dark side is not simply giving in to anger, temptation, or to use the Force to destructive ends. These things only lead to the dark side. The dark side grows stronger and more insidious the closer you draw to it. It begs you to surrender to it, to release all its terrible power, and it becomes harder and harder to resist. And once you stop resisting, it's too late. It twists you up inside and turns you into a mockery of everything you once stood for. I am no less resistant to temptation than any other. I simply have the benefit of training that you do not. But even the training of the Jedi might not be enough to save us. We need only to look at the atrocities which have been committed by those under its sway to understand the terrible, corrupting evil of the dark side. Millions dead, and far more suffering. What sort of person would you have to become to perform such deeds gladly? And how adept must one become at making excuses for one's actions if suffering is the result? How long before you stop making excuses at all? It's so easy to think that we would never fall prey to such a horror, that we have unlimited control, vigilance, and foresight. If only that were true. The Sith have become powerful because there are many Jedi who've succumbed to the lure of the dark side and joined their cause. What greater weapon is there than to turn an enemy to your cause? To use their own knowledge against them? We are weakened while they are strengthened, so we must harden our hearts and do whatever is required to fight against the dark side, even when the battle becomes wearying. I don't know. The vision of our future is clouded by shadows cast from the dark side. But I sense something ominous lurking in those shadows. But words alone cannot save one from the dark side. Come, we should continue with the task at hand. When the time comes, I only hope we are all strong enough to do what we must. How can I help? Then I suggest we...
Tustadan kelfa, orisidan kelfa. Tuni tustlapan dibu kelfa, orisidan kelfa, inokan kelfa. Now for the klufta, sie entschuldigt out, and rasi gut, sie erfüllt. Tustadan kelfa, orisidan kelfa. Tuni tustlapan dibu kelfa, orisidan kelfa, inokan kelfa. Now for the klufta, sie entschuldigt out, and rasi gut, sie erfüllt. Tustadan kelfa, orisidan kelfa. Tuni tustlapan dibu kelfa, orisidan kelfa, inokan kelfa.
The Force should not be used for profit and personal gain. As Jedi, we should be above such things.
Now for the klufta, sie entschuldigt out, and rasi gut, sie erfüllt. Tustadan kelfa, orisidan kelfa. Tuni tustlapan dibu kelfa, orisidan kelfa, inokan kelfa. Undasta sieltä, ufta kelkis, kolotusta.
I'm here.